We should be live. The sound's not on. I have it muted right now, but give me just a moment and I'll get you the audio. There it is. And bam! Ready to go for today's game. Let me get the notification out to chat. Got a game going, IRL, Hawaii, New Mexico State. That just kicked off about half an hour ago. That might end up being a potential game we'll travel to this year. I'm gonna share, copy the link. Discord, and we're gonna over another word. Turn off my printer so it doesn't make any noise. I'll let Foxy's server know too, since we got some viewers there. Then I'll put it in our announcement server. We got a good game today. Let me just make sure. I'll check chat in a second. But there we go. Welcome everyone who's going to be tuning in. Hi, Jack and a Mac. Today we got a good game here. Top 10 matchup coming in. We're going to be having the number 10 Boise State Broncos travel to Eugene to take on the Oregon Ducks. These are two of the highest scoring offenses in the league this year. If you watch 2K Weekly, you're very much aware of it. Boise State's last game was a 56-55 overtime win over Houston. Oregon had a demanding win over USC. He showed a few cracks in the facade, but the big talking point was their game before, the 106-point showing against CSULA, which put this team on the map. Hey, Danny, just tune in whenever you can. Keep things going on here. I was a bit bummed because they don't have the throwbacks in this game for Oregon. No matter, because today I'm thinking we go all black. We're doing a blackout in Eugene. I feel like it's appropriate. Well, not Baylor. Not doing Baylor. We're doing Boise. Boise coming down. We're going to do the 11 white. Or the 11, we'll do the 11 blue and the orange pants. this looks good. If you don't have any other recommendations. Ready. I have a phone in my phone actually. But I'll have it on the side here. I'm gonna get right into this. Set these to high noon. We go 6 minutes. This is a 10 p.m. game, so we'll do 8. We're getting to that point where it's a little cooler. Go down to 60. Distance 80. We're in Outson. 6 minutes, everything is set. We're gonna get going. What I'm also gonna have on my side here are some interesting scores that I'm gonna read out throughout the broadcast that happened this week. If you want to find out more about these scores, join the Discord server. I will link it in the chat to those who are not already members. So let's take a look at the top players here. Terrence Noel, the running back for Oregon. Andrew Burnette, the quarterback, and tight end Mr. Holmes. I forgot to actually check the rosters this time, but I think we can check the depth chart before we kick off. Javari Johnson, the running back. That is Earl Davis, the wide receiver. Abrams is the free safety, sitting at 89 overall. Also big players, their quarterback, Cameron Yates. As Oregon enters Outson Stadium in a blackout. I missed the NCAA 13 intros where you would just let it play out. NCAA 14 has this montage. I wish they sort of combine these. NCAA EA Sports College Football, the next game coming out. Take note. But here is Outson.
Tell you folks, this stadium is one of the loudest in the country.
Very wavy stadium, the crinkle cut.
Before we head down to the field for the coin toss, we'd like to remind you this game is brought to you by Coke Zero.
Get into this.
Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
Misremember. The State will win the toss. They will choose to defer to the second half. Before we kick off, we're going to check the rosters. I'm not going to change anything. We're just going to look at all the players. Start at quarterback for Oregon, Andrew Burnette. At the running back, this is Terrence Noel. You also may see a bit of Kyle Bryant. Seeing a fullback, this is Tanner Montoya. Wide receiver, Ryan Henderson. Also in the receiving corps, Chris Smiley and Frank Montgomery. In a different Chaz Dixon from the one on Indiana. We've got 2 Chaz Dixons. Tight end Dave Holmes, backups Oscar Campbell. On the O-line, you have Leonard Adkins, redshirt senior Joel Miller, Lucas Bryant, the senior center. Darius Green, the redshirt junior, at right guard, and on right tackle is junior Chris Horn. The left end is Desmond Sullivan. On the right, it is Corey Irvin. At DT, you'll see Ron Bailey, Sean Smith, maybe a bit of Justin Morris as well. Left outside linebacker is Anthony Young. Middle linebacker Aaron Coleman, and right outside linebacker Courtney Smith. In the secondary, cornerback Bruce Callahan and Mike Taylor. At free safety, you have Richard Sr., Ryan Seymour, and at short strong safety is redshirt senior Jared Scott, a very experienced Oregon defense. Kicker is senior Sid Franz, and at punter it is junior Earl Love. Taking the kick returns, you have Frank Montgomery and Terrence Noel, and on punt returns, Noel and Montgomery are as well. We'll check Boise State's roster. Cameron Yates, redshirt senior. The starting quarterback, Brian Nelson, is the backup, a redshirt freshman. At halfback, Javari Johnson, alongside Aaron Dickens in the backfield. Also at fullback is Derek Smith. Wide receiver, Evan Davis, Travis Garcia, and James Smith are the big three. Tight end is Peter Sparks. May see a bit of Wesley Clark as well. On the O-line, senior Ron Mitchell. Left guard Samuel Dixon. Center TJ Lacey. Right guard Sam Sampson. The double Sam Sampson. And on the right tackle is Cornelius Poole. Left end is Sam Martin. As we switch to the defense, right end, this is Mark Schroeder. At D tackle, you have Rodney Riley and Mark Thomas. Left outside linebackers are Orlando Means. The mid linebacker is Aaron Harris, and the right outside linebacker is James Lindsay. At cornerback, you'll see Ryan Lawrence, Paul Mayhew, and Brad Hamby. The free safety, the junior Steve Abrams. At strong safety is Louis Simmons, pardon me. Kicker is Brian McMahon, and the punter is Gerald Cleveland. Taking the returns will be Matt Tate and Javon Bell. And that's enough for the rosters. Let's get into the game itself. Boise State will for the second half. They'll kick this game off, and we are away. Big kick into the end zone, and it'll be moved. As on comes Terrence Noel, the big face of this Oregon offense, and a Heisman frontrunner, as his performance this year has shown.
It's going to be tough today for this defense. I think they're going to have to take some chances. And
option play. Burnette will keep it himself for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 on the way.
Play action pass with this running game. You get those linebackers and safeties coming up close to the line of scrimmage. It's a great time to really open up and show what you can do as a complete offense. So it'll be a challenge.
Option again. Burnette will keep it, and it's enough for a first down as he gets down to the 43-yard line.
They go with the option and pick up the first down.
Yeah, that was a situation where the quarterback knew he could pick up the first down.
1st and 10, 1 man in the backfield. It's the handoff to Noel. He'll get 3 yards. Here's the snap. Burnette, plenty of time to throw it. He will. There's a good catch by David Holmes for the first down. First and 10. Another handoff to the running back. Burnette gets blocked down. Only a yard gain. And there's a flag. I think it's a false start penalty on the Ducks. That'll back them up.
And they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, they can just keep their concentration. They'll avoid situations.
2nd and 14 after the penalty.
2nd and 14.
Ball at the 49.
49-yard line.
Jet sweep option. Quarterback keeper. Only 3 yards to gain for it. Here's 3rd and 12. Pressure coming. He'll throw it short on the screen. He's got blockers. Not enough for the first. It's a 6-yard gain to Noel. And they're going to have to punt.
That'll make it 4th and 6. Bell is back to receive.
They're punted away to the Broncos. And that one will go out of bounds at the 1-yard line. What a punt.
So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field.
Oh, an injury report. Noel, bruised ribs. He'll be back soon, though. Thankfully, they're in the shadow of their own end zone. They'll throw this one short to Wesley Clark for an 8-yard reception. First, not enough for the first, though. First offensive play of the day for the Broncos. Play action. Yates will throw it to the left side. First down. Still on his feet. Pushed out of bounds for an 8-yard gain. Aaron Deckens with the reception.
It's the protection up front that allowed this play to happen.
Aaron Yates 2 for 2 so far.
It gave the quarterback an opportunity to deliver a very nice throw.
It was a great read by the quarterback.
Empty backfield. Yates will throw it over the middle. Caught in coverage for a first down. It's James Smith bringing it in.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 28.
And off the back. Javari Johnson rumbling for 9 yards. Second and 1, ball on the 38. Play action, Yates will throw it over the middle. Intercepted! And this one's going the other way. Brought down at the 39. Aaron Coleman with the interception.
It looked like the quarterback even saw the linebacker hanging in that area. It pays to be in the right spot at the right time.
And that's not how you want to start things out
First down.
if you're a Broncos fan. There's a handoff to the back. That's Kyle Bryant with the 4-yard gain. He's in for Terrence Noel. Back to his left. Receiver's on his right. Option keeper. Burnett's got room to run to the 20. 10, 5. Touchdown, Oregon. 35 yards on the ground.
That was simply sensational running. And it
Just found a hole,
major things can happen when you have a good
and he
ground game.
whips right through it. The true talent of this quarterback for Oregon, Andrew Burnette, will make an NFL scout proud one day.
A quick 2-play, 39-yard run. And they come away with a touchdown.
Yes.
Oregon gets set to kick this
As
one
they'll
away.
kick it away,
He just drills this one.
and Boise's offense will come back out after a disastrous start. 19-yard return for Matt Tate.
Loving this crowd support, and they get it week in and week out.
That's one thing they can count on every single time they play in this stadium is creating an
The
environment.
only possession the Broncos have had today ended with an interception,
Now let's see if they can just continue.
and they turn the tide.
Interception on their last drive. Let's see if
There's
they
Yates on a handoff to Johnson. He's got room. He'll get 8
Take
yards.
care of the football. These guys need to remember that on this drive.
2nd and 2. So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go.
2nd and 2. 2 backs. But they'll go play action. Throwing over the middle to Johnson. First down.
Pass is complete for 4 yards, and that'll be a 1st down.
Nothing special here. Quick pass and
Ball
good
on the way.
catch, but it keeps the chain.
4 for 5, 32 yards with the interception. Yates will try and redeem himself. He'll roll right. Oh, and he caught it in traffic, and he'll get to midfield. Travis Garcia with the catch.
49. When you can move the ball downfield big chunks like that, you've got the defense
That looked like a
right where
pick.
you want it.
But he managed to get his hands on it
From their own
and stumble his way to
49-yard
midfield.
First down.
They'll be at the 49. They have not crossed into Oregon territory today. And off to Johnson.
He's taken down. It's the
And he'll be
50.
stuffed at midfield. Boise State opened up their season with a huge win against Idaho. But they struggled last week against Houston, needing overtime to take care of the feisty Cougars, who may be a big contender in the COSA.
Forward to about the 49.
That'll be a yard gain for Johnson. It's 3rd and 8.
Third down now, and they need to get it
As
inside
they
the
officially
41.
crossed onto the other side of the field for the first time tonight. They're pumping up the volume, and Outson over the middle.
Just right complete.
Not enough for the first down. Travis Garcia just short.
But still not enough
It'll be
for
4th and inches, and they're gonna go for it.
Third down for the offense.
Getting risky in Outson Stadium.
Keep everything in front of them. Come up
They're probably gonna give it to the back and punch it up the middle, and they will. That's a first down for Aaron Dickens.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Quarterback keeper sacked.
These defenders
Cameron Yates gets brought down. The TFL's credited to Sean Smith.
From the 36-yard
They
line.
tried the option, it didn't work. 2nd and 13. We're going to the middle. He'll throw this one. He's got a man to the 10-yard line. Travis Garcia.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Big play for Boise. And they're now in the red zone. They're at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10. Yates. Pocket collapsing. He'll throw it over the middle. Oh, and that would have been a touchdown, but he dropped it.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 12.
Only 3 seconds in the first. They'll hand off to Johnson. He's stuffed.
This game's already shaping up.
That'll be the end of the first quarter.
Second quarter. 7-0.
Picking a touchdown in the favor of the Ducks. It's 7-0 after 1.
And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2.
Yates looking over the field. He'll throw this one to the end zone. Oh, it's caught, but he dropped it. It would have been caught at the 4, and they'll have to set on the field goal again for 4th and 15.
They'll try for 3.
Kick is going to be on the way, and it is good.
Has the ball all teed up, and he's
Kick will
ready
be
to
away.
kick it off. Sends it sailing down.
And then taken in the end zone. Over the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Frank Montgomery gets 26 yards on the return. Brings it up to about the 24-yard line.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Oregon is up 4.
Play action. He'll heave this one up. Intercepted. This one's going the other way.
Inside.
Out of bounds at the 27. Louis Simmons. Credited with the pick, the strong safety. Great coverage. And now it's a pick apiece in this game.
It's first down.
And now it's first and 10 Broncos. For the sideline, that's going to get about 5 yards
26-yard line.
on the throw to Aaron Dickens. Pardon me, I won't get a yard. So here's 2nd and 9. Yates. Plenty of time to throw, and he will. There's a first down to Garcia.
Good pressure coming in, but he stood his ground and found his teammate for a nice game.
Some crucial drops earlier
10-yard line.
in the red zone. This ball in the 15, 1st and 10. If they caught it, it would have meant a potential Boise score. And that's going to be nothing for Javari Johnson on the run. Mike Taylor is credited with the tackle. Yates will roll to the right. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Peter Sparks. In the corner of the end zone, it's the tight end who brings it in.
So open on such a big play.
That was poor defense. Looks like there was
Watch
some
the toes.
miscommunication
He
between
is
the
in.
safety and the linebacker.
That one was close.
For him to get so open.
Trying to go up by 3. They'll kick
And
the
they
extra
will
point.
review
So the
it.
referee initially calls it a
I think he's in.
A second look at it here and determine if
Look
he was
again.
inbounds when he hauled it in.
And that play happened so fast that it was very tough
to get
tell
another
if
angle.
He was able to get a foot down or not.
That's the only angle they're giving us.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They will call it a
After review,
touchdown.
they decided that the call on the field will stand.
It'll be 9-7
Holds
in
just a
favor of the
2-point lead.
Broncos. PAT up on the way and good. It'll be 10-7 Boise State.
And they get it in for 7.
As they punch it in the end zone for the first time today. Kicks on the way. It'll be picked up in the end zone and kneeled for a touchback. Noel was out for most of this game due to a bruised rib.
So accustomed to waiting to see
Oregon's eagerly waiting for his return.
that they've gotten used to this.
I think that might be him out there now.
Here's a case where he's not necessarily playing his best game.
That was Noel. He's back in the game.
I think this is
Lost
where you
2 on
find
that play. Louis Simmons got the TFL. He was the one with the pick earlier.
Some pressure off your star.
That led to a Bronco lead.
It's 2nd and 12. Ball on the 23.
2nd and 12. Another handoff to Noel. He's got room up the middle for a first down.
To the 41. He really showed some good speed there.
I'll tell you, no question. When you talk about
Big run up the gut.
everybody in the dust.
The ball's at the 41 now. First down and 10.
But his speed is what the pro scouts are drooling about.
What was that?
43-yard line. He gained a couple of yards on the keeper.
The center ran it up. I don't know how legal that is. But they tried it. Only got 3 yards on the play. That's one we'll talk about for a while. As now they'll snap it. Quarterback keeper, and he's got room to run. Into Bronco territory, 15-yard run. That was a bizarre play. I've never seen anything like that. The center fumbled the snap, took it, and kept it himself. Truly strange.
He makes it to the
3-yard run for Noel. It'll be 2nd and 7. Yeah, whenever you get back, Danny, we'll have to talk about that. Play action. Burnette will throw it up. Amazing catch on the sideline for a first down. That's Frank Montgomery's first catch of the day. And off to Noel. He'll get 9 yards. 2nd and 1 on the way. Gotta watch those ribs. He bruised them earlier. Aaron Harris gets his 5th tackle of this game. 2nd and 1. Ball at the 15-yard line. Burnette backs up. Throws. Not enough for the first. Chris Smiley had the reception, but he was wrestled down before he could cross the pylon. 3rd and 1. Quarterback keeper. That's enough for the first. Brought to about the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper. Well, he would have had room, but a great job by number 32 to chase him down, and he's injured.
The 10th play of this drive. Well, after that injury, we'll get to see the backup quarterback here.
The backup's in. There's the handoff to Bryant. Noel is not in the game either. Oregon may be missing their biggest 2 players. Quarterback keeper. That won't go anywhere. This is Mark Buchanan in for the Ducks. He's the backup. Brett Jansen gets the sack. The big man in 69 for the Broncos. And they'll kick a field goal to tie this game. 2 minutes to go in the half. Kick's on the way, and it is good. Missing both Noel and their starting quarterback, Andrew Burnette, may hurt them in this. May hurt the Ducks in this game. It'll be taken by the Broncos to the end zone, the 10 to 15 to 25-yard line. 26-yard return.
Yeah, give credit to both teams' defense. I mean, they're playing with a lot of energy, and I think they're doing a nice job up front at the line of scrimmage. At this point, they're not giving us
any updates on
this is the point in the game where you don't
Burnette
make any mistakes to give the other guy
or Noel for that matter.
Going into halftime.
You know, it's been full throws in this game. Cameron Yates will throw up the middle to James Smith. 20 yards on the play. How amazing will it be to see the Broncos come into Allison Stadium? Andrew Burnette, 10 weeks with an injury. That's a huge blow for the Ducks. There's a throw over the middle for not enough for a first down. Timeout Broncos will be 10-yard game just short. A 10-week injury. That's brutal. For a Heisman candidate, Andrew Burnette. You hate to see that. There's a good throw to the sideline. Javon Bell with his first reception of this game. Yates is 13 to 16 today. And it's not going to get any easier for the Broncos. It's still not going to get any easier for the Broncos. They got to capitalize on big scoring opportunities. As here's an empty backfield for Yates. 1st and 10. He'll have plenty of time to throw it, and he will for a 6-yard gain to Javon Bell.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think Noel will be back in this game, though. But losing Burnette for 10 weeks.
4 yards away here.
He's out for the rest of the regular season. Yates will throw it. To Matt Tate will get 9 yards. Timeout Broncos. Once again, they're trying to take the lead before the half. 53 seconds are on the clock. Good throw. Evan Davis will get 9 yards. Just short of the first down. Clock still ticking. 40 seconds. Yates. Going over the middle. Touchdown to Javari Johnson. The running back gets the receiving touchdown. And the Broncos to the lead.
The quarterback, the offensive line, and the receivers made a concerted effort to get into the end zone.
He makes the PAT.
17-10. Boise State in the lead in Outson.
And he got all of this one. Great kick.
He'll be taking in the end zone for a touchback. That's Montgomery taking returns.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions.
As Buchanan will see a future be your starter in Eugene, but thankfully Noel is back. He might have went down again. You hope that that's not a long-term injury for Noel.
It's 2nd down now.
You already lost one piece
Ball on the 22-yard line.
of your offense. Only 10 seconds. They'll probably just heave this one up before halftime. We'll snap it.
Now he's scrambling.
Buchanan will keep it,
The
and he'll
snap is
slide,
denied.
and that'll end the half.
We've played a half. Boise State leads
17-10.
17-10.
The score in Eugene.
Glad to have you
But
with
one
us
of the
in the
most
studio for the
shocking
NCAA
revelations
football
coming in. For those just tuning in, Oregon starting quarterback and Heisman frontrunner Andrew Burnette will miss the rest of the regular season with a strained back injury. He scored a touchdown earlier this game.
A close game. You feel like it is going to be a great second half. And boy,
Terrence Noel went down with an injury earlier as well. He's played some snaps in this game as well, though it's not exactly, we're not exactly sure whether or not they'll be full time by next week.
To watch one of the best games of the year just unfolding in front of us, and more importantly, to hear the silky smooth sounds of Kirk Herbstreit and Brad Nessler. Does it get any better?
That's going to do it.
Amazing passing offense
Second half.
No, you finished it up, bro. I'm looking at some
and rushing offense for Boise State and Oregon respectively, but the other sides of the ball have just been terrible for either side.
And we welcome you back to the action here. Just about set.
Boise State will return it,
Excellent kick.
taken way back in the end zone.
He's to the 20.
20, and he's lit up. Matt Tate completely flattened on the play.
Here comes the offense as they look to find the end zone yet again. Boise State up 7 points.
17-10 the score right now. Johnson keeps it himself for 7
Gained
yards.
7 yards on that play. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up.
212 yards of offense for Boise compared to 142 for the Ducks. Throwing this one wide open, first down. Aaron Dickens, pardon me. His third reception.
First down.
From in the backfield. There'll be play action play, throwing short.
And that's all.
James Smith gets 4 yards on the play.
They gained 5 yards out of it. They keep moving the defense back.
It's second down, 6 yards to go.
Mike Taylor with the TFL. Those of you just tuning in, today's games between the Broncos and the Ducks. Here's a good throw over the middle. Brought down to about the 49 of Oregon for Evan Davis. Some big developments coming in this game in terms of injuries. Terrence Noel has been on-off this game. And Andrew Burnette will miss the rest of the regular season with a back injury. Yates will throw this one out of bounds. The official timetable said could be up to 10 weeks for the Oregon starting quarterback. Roy Johnson will take it 2 yards. A devastating scene in Eugene. It's 3rd and 8. Looking, throwing. Caught, but it'll be stuffed. Aaron Dickens can't anywhere, and Boise State will punt it. Terrence Noel, thankfully, is back returning, and they're faking the punt. Heaving this one, and it's intercepted. To about the 39. At that point, you may as well punt it. Gerald Cleveland throwing an interception on the fake punt attempt. I appreciate the gutsy play call, but now is not the time. Here's Buchanan. He'll keep it. Powering his way through for 7. This is Buchanan's first game as the league quarterback. He got some time in against CSULA as he will rush this one 11 yards to about the 45 of Boise State. Well, you're going to have to hope that he's a hero for this team. And he's looking good right now, an 8-yard run. Here's 2nd and 2. Aaron Harris having a good day on defense. 8 tackles. Big Boise State defender. And Noel is stuffed. He'll lose 4.
The defensive side of the football.
Mike Schroeder gets the TFL.
They got the better of him that time.
3rd down, and they need to get it down.
1 for 3 on 3rd down today. Oregon tries to regroup. 3rd and 6. Throw over the middle. That's Noel, but it's not enough for the first. He'll be a yard short. 4th and 1. And they're going to go for it. Gotta go gutsy. Quarterback keeper, that's a first down. 5 yards for Mark Buchanan, who's taking the torch admirably from the starter. Snap. Fakes the play, he'll keep it. And he'll get 5 yards for it. A bit slow to transition from the handoff, but it'll get him 5 yards. There's the handoff. That is a big play by Kyle Bryant this time. The good news for Oregon is Noel seems to still be playing all right. As here is the backup running all the way to the 5-yard line, Mark Buchanan. They're about to call an audible. 2:20 to go in the 3rd. Handoff, this is Kyle Bryant. We'll get about a yard or 2. 2nd and goal. Slow handoff again. He's not going to get anything for it. 3rd and goal. Brad Handy with the tackle. Buchanan's had 49 rushing yards today. 1 for 4 on 3rd down. 3rd and goal for the Ducks. Keeper Buchanan, touchdown, Oregon! And the Ducks are a PAT away from tying it. Number 17 could give the Ducks within a 17-17 tie. Kicks on the way, and it is good. And this game is tied once again. Franz will kick it off. This one's going deep in the end zone. This will be a touchback. Boise's last possession ended on a fake punt, which turned disastrous, putting up a pick. Here's a handoff to Yates. From Yates to Johnson. He lit up just short of the first. It'll be 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd down, and they're about the length of the football from the 1st down marker.
Yates keeper. That's enough for a first. And they'll run to the 45, down to the 44. Oregon trailing Boise in 1st downs. Handoff, Johnson, 5 yards.
Get 6 yards on the play.
Johnson gets back up.
From the 49-yard line.
From the 49 of Oregon. 2nd and 5 for the Broncos. 43 seconds to go in the 3rd. Yates. Pressure coming. He'll get a catch. He'll get the first down to about the 40. Evan Davis. His 3rd reception. He's at 30 yards today. Cameron Yates is 22 for 26, 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Pressure coming over the middle. He'll throw it for a first down.
And they make the stop at
About the
about
26.
27-yard line.
Peter Sparks with the
From
reception.
the 27-yard line. First down.
Throwing over the middle
They'll bring him down
to about the 12-yard line. Wesley Clark with the reception. First down, Broncos. Only 10 seconds to go in the third. Clock will tick, and it'll probably run out. They might try for one more play. There won't be enough time, though. That'll be the end of the third quarter.
So
We are knotted at 17
Game is
apiece.
all tied up, 17.
We got one more quarter to play. Can Oregon recover after a tough game
All tied up, and we
and
head
give
to
us
the
a feel-good
all-important
story, or the
fourth.
Broncos? Can they pull off an upset and give us a feel-good story on their own? Here's Yates. Pressure coming.
Pressure.
He'll have to run.
And he's taken down.
He'll only get 2 yards.
Gains
Avoids
about 2
disaster,
yards.
though. 2nd and 8.
It's second
304 yards
10 yards
to Oregon's 207. Oh, nearly an offside penalty for Oregon. Here's a throw. He's got a man. He's got touchdown, Matt Tate. Let's look at the replay on that one. Threads the needle.
Is he's very patient with the ball.
It's just enough room to cross the line for a touchdown to make this a 24-17 ball game.
Boise State gets set to kick this one away. Nice kick, plenty of distance.
The kick's away. We need the end zone for a touchback by Montgomery. Now, Oregon's in a place they've never been this season. Something that's alien to them. They got to make a comeback. Play action. Buchanan keeper. Oh, big hit. It'll be 2 yards on the rush. Aaron Harris lighting him up. That's his 9th tackle. Changing things up. 2nd and 8. Quarterback keeper. It's the option play. And they get the first down. Buchanan throwing. Intercepted! And this one could go! 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Broncos! Pick 6, Louis Simmons.
How about the play by the defender? Quick interception and an even better effort to bring the
Things
ball
going
back for a
from
touchdown.
bad to worse. 5 minutes on the clock. It'll be 31-17 Boise State. Kicks on the way, and it is good. And a win here for the Broncos could mean they could step beyond a Mountain West top. They could be playing for a natty if they win here tonight.
They'll bring him down to the 23-yard line. Let's see how the defense
These two had an amazing duel last year. The Ducks ended up coming out victorious.
Be more careful because this defense is excellent on
Boise State hasn't forgotten. As here's a keeper. No gain for Buchanan. 2nd and 10. Under 4 minutes to go. Under 5 minutes to go, excuse me. Hand off. This is Terrence Noel. It'll get 5 yards.
Gain of 5 yards. That'll make it 35.
4.5 minutes. Tick, 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 tick. 3rd and 5. Buchanan keeper. Not going anywhere. Not in the face of Boise State's Louis Simmons. And they're going to punt with 4:14 to go in the 4th quarter. Punts away.
Oh, excellent punt.
They'll take it about the 23.
26.
It's on the 6-yard line. 1st and 10. Yates, handoff to Johnson. Nothing. They get 2 yards on the play.
Their own 28-yard line. 2nd down.
Empty backfield. They want to ice this game. Yates, plenty of time to throw it. He's sacked. The big man, Desmond Sullivan, wraps him up for a sack. Boise's 0 for 3 on 3rd downs today. They have converted a 4th down conversion now. 3.5 minutes to play in the game. Handoff to Johnson. Oh, he's got room to run. Just short of the 1st down. Stopping him just enough. Oh, nearly an altercation there, but it simmers out and they'll punt it.
Noel is back deep to
And
return.
what would have been a disastrous drive thankfully ends for Oregon with a 3 and out. 3 minutes to go. And they got to come back from down 14. .245 will be on the clock as he punts it away.
Really nice punt.
Taken to 20 to the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
Terrence Noel on the return.
The last time this offense had the ball, it was 3 and out. Less than
You need better than 3 and out this time, Oregon. Buchanan throwing this one. He's got a man. 1st down. Chaz Dixon. Not Indiana's Chaz Dixon. This is a different Chaz Dixon. It's his 1st reception. And they got to hurry. 2:32 on the clock. Buchanan keeper. And the defense will gobble him up after 4 yards. Second and 6 at the 48. Buchanan keeps it again. This time he's got enough for the 1st down. Oregon still has all their timeouts. There are only 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Even if you score here, you got to get an onside kick. Or hope that you can get a miraculous turnover. 2nd and 9. Clock's still ticking. You got to move. You got to move, Oregon. Throwing this one out of bounds. 3rd and 9.
If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game.
Good job by Buchanan for preventing
3rd down, and they need to
another
get down to
crucial
35.
mistake. In crunch time. 1:49 to go. Buchanan stepping back. He'll throw this one. Intercepted! And that might be the game! To the 36-yard line. Steve Abrams.
And that interception essentially ends this game.
Watch out, Boise. Oregon still has all their timeouts, though.
1st and 10. All on their own 35.
But there's only 1:41 on the clock. You need everything to go right if you're a Ducks fan. No gain for Johnson.
Take a timeout. That's their 1st of the half.
The Ducks are lucky.
Just under 2 to
Lucky
go in
Ducks,
the
you could
game.
say. But the rush hasn't been there for Boise today.
And they get nice yardage.
And again,
The Ducks
a minimal gain. 3rd and 6. Another timeout, Oregon. This is crucial for either team. Johnson, handoff. That's going to be the game. He's got the first down. And they can run out the clock. Boise State is going to pull off the upset at Outson Stadium. Handoff. We'll get a yard. Aaron Dickens is the back. They might just take a knee here. A minute to go. 2nd and 9.
He fights forward to about the 49.
3rd and 7. Clock's running out. They're going in victory formation, most likely. Or they'll just run out the clock. Just in time. And off to the back. And the clock will run. Boise State with the biggest win of their season. They get revenge in Outson Stadium for last year's game.
And so that's going to do it. Our final score.
And the Oregon Ducks are stunned.
Boise State.
Yates, 25 for 29, 259 yards, and 3 touchdowns tonight.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Things just went downhill for Oregon. They lost their big man, Andrew Burnette. Throw to the end zone. That kind of shifted the tides. (31-17) the final score. The Broncos win on the road. Shocker of a game. We'll take a look at the game stats here. Scoring summary. Burnette started the game off here with a touchdown, but that would be, he would only play the first quarter of this game. McMahon, the 33-yard field goal. Cameron Yates threw to Spark for a 16-yard pass. And through the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, it was all Broncos. The pick six that iced this game coming by the hands of Luis Simmons. We'll take a look at some player stats. There's Burnette, the sophomore. Lucky for him, he'll have a lot more football ahead of him at Oregon. And the max he'll be out is 10 weeks. Mark Buchanan, the backup, coming in from the redshirt freshman from La Habra, California. An admirable performance from him. Though those 2 interceptions were crucial in this game. The Russian Buchanan had 76 yards today. Terrence Noel, he was injured for a part of the game as well, but he should be back next week in full strength. A touchdown eluded him today, but he had 32 yards on the ground. The rushing game was kind of stifled. Oregon's offense in general just wasn't there today. Who did show up was the defense. Kawika Johnson had 9 tackles, 8 for Mike Taylor. Now we're looking at sack totals. The one big sack for Oregon was Desmond Sullivan. And Oregon got 2 picks, Devin Tyree and Aaron Coleman. Let's take a look at Boise's offense, who had some big players. 10 tackles for Aaron Harris. Steve Abrams had 7 and an interception. Louis Simmons had 2 picks and the game-sealing touchdown. We'll head backwards from there. The sacks, 1 sack on the day. Brett Jansen, the left end. We'll look at the passing stats here. Cameron Yates was 25 for 29, 259 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. 86% completion percentage. On the rush, Javari Johnson had 17 attempts for 79 yards. On receiving, James Smith had 46 yards. The leader in yards was Travis Garcia. 3 receiving touchdowns through the air for the Broncos. 1 to Matt Tate, Peter Sparks, and Javari Johnson, respectively. And one more check at the team stats. 31-17 in the final score. Boise led in first downs. Oregon lapped in terms of total offense. And they did lead in rushing yards, though. 207 yards on the ground, mainly by the quarterbacks, Andrew Burnette and Mark Buchanan. 25 for 30 through the air, though, was what gave Boise the edge, especially those 3 touchdowns. 259 passing yards to Oregon's 48. The worst performance we've seen this year through the air for Oregon. Not great on 3rd downs today. 2 for 6 and 2 for 7, respectively. Though Boise was 1 for 2 on 4th down conversions, and Oregon had a 4th down conversion, 2 pointers. It was 100% in red zone for both teams. 3-2, the turnover differential. Oregon having 3 crucial interceptions. Boise was able to limit just to 2 picks. In time of possession, Boise gets the edge on. And of all the big upsets we've seen on this series, this is probably a shocking one. This is probably one of the more shocking ones, I'll definitely say. Let's get a better look at some highlights. First, I want to head back to a pretty weird play earlier. There was a play where the center took a run. That was the punt. That was the replay. Someone could probably clip it, though. That weird center running play. There's the run by Burnette. There's that catch in the end zone for Boise, which proved to be, as this play was as well, the interception, 5:06 left in the 4th, by Louis Simmons. And that was the dagger in this one. As we can now exit out. Take one more look at the stats. 13 for 18. And on first downs, Boise had the lead. Boise led passing, but Oregon led rushing. 2 turnovers for the Broncos, 3 for the Ducks. as Boise led time of possession. Burnette had a great start, but he would not finish the game. 3 tackles and interception for Aaron Coleman. Cameron Yates was 25 for 29. We saw him earlier. And Luis Simmons had 4 TFLs and the interceptions, 2 of them. We'll put this out here. So that'll wrap it up. That'll take care of us for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you. Just kidding. We're going to do... I got you there that time. It's a special night. I figured... I've been behind on updating the schedules and getting my stuff in for 2K Weekly this week. I apologize for that. But I feel like to make it up to you guys, we'll do a doubleheader. I have a game I have to fill the stats out for on our sheet. I figure may as well put it on the big screen today. But I'm gonna throw you guys a bit of curveball. We're not gonna do it on. I was gonna do it on NCAA 13. I don't have the rosters actually. I feel like that'd be too long and asked to import the rosters. I mainly wanted to do it to give us Michigan's under the lights jerseys, which aren't in this game, unfortunately. But Michigan's standard kit is fine enough. I figured I get Notre Dame in the under the lights. Well, we'll have Michigan in their traditional maize and blue kit. Let's just set it off here. This game was a 7 p.m. Let's see. We'll only do 5 for this one. Michigan Stadium. I'll check the weather. I can check the weather here because this is close to where I am. So it's at 63. Enough, my thing hasn't updated. So we are gonna have a bit of fun tonight. Doubleheader. Figure it's the least I could do for you guys tonight. Head to let's get ready for a big rivalry game. Michigan, Notre Dame. Both Big Ten schools here. In real life, they won't play again until 2033. But we made sure these two are in their division, so we're making the same division, so we're making sure that they stay put together. And this game gets played every year. We're ready.
Historic Ann Arbor is the place to be for an incredible college football matchup here at Michigan.
Notre Dame, Michigan. Notre Dame is unranked. Michigan, currently the #1 team in the country.
Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
Notre Dame's one loss on the year came to Stanford. Michigan is perfect through this year.
Michigan is ready to open this one up as they line up for the opening kick.
Can Notre Dame pull off the upset, or is Michigan going to remain the top dog?
The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive.
There's a throw to the sideline. That's Daryl Marks with the reception. Didn't check the rosters yet. But we'll find our way through. Rodney Ross is the quarterback for Notre Dame. There's a throw to the opposite side. 2-yard gain. Third and 4. Throwing. Not enough for the first. Oliver Russ with the reception. And they'll have to punt it.
Is waiting for the snap.
Kick on the way. And it'll bounce in the end zone for a touchback. Brett Mansfield, the leader of this Michigan offense, a wide receiver. He'll be off to the draft next year. But he is the face of this Michigan offense. There's a handoff to the right side. Jeremy Hall is the back.
Make sure that they're all on the same page. Understand the route adjustments. Understand everything that goes on with being a wide receiver and the importance of blocking.
This is 2nd and 2 for the Wolverines. To those of you just joining, we're doing a little something special today. Doubleheader. Jeremy Hall will be stuck in the backfield for no gain. Ben Stanley gets the TFL.
His safety did a wonderful job of getting up there and making a good tackle on the ball carrier.
So, Danny, whenever you get back, there'll be football on. Don't you worry. And off keeper. That's a first down for the quarterback. Justin Gant is the leader of this offense.
That can bring a lot of confidence to an offense when they can pull that off so successfully.
Window open. It's a lot less muggier. It's 1st and 10 from their own 46. Gant throwing over the middle. Intercepted! Big play for number 13 on the pick.
It didn't look like the quarterback even saw the linebacker hanging in that area. It paid to be in the right
Big
spot.
play for the Notre Dame defense. And on comes the offense once again. I'll pull up both team schedules in a moment. We'll survey the field. Plenty of time to throw it. And this time he gets it off, but it'll be broken up by Brian Lowe. Rodney Ross is 3 for 4 through the air.
But that wasn't a pass he should have thrown.
Throwing over the middle. This time he's got it. And he breaks the tackle and more. Anthony Washington gets 23 yards up the middle.
Great read and delivered a very nice pass for the first down.
Play action. He's going to be sacked. Rodney Ross gets sacked. Blake Hill with the sack. Sandwiching in between himself and the defender. Himself and the back. Second and 17. For those of you in the know, you know that 2011 Michigan Notre Dame is my favorite game of all time, so I had to play this one out in the under the lights jerseys. 3-yard reception for Oliver Rust. There's a handoff to the back. It's got room around the corner for 2 yards. Oliver Rust. And they're going to kick a field goal to take the lead.
Field goal attempts. Notre Dame could take the lead with this field goal.
The kick's on the way, and it's good. Notre Dame takes the lead.
Chalk up 3 points for the offense.
3-0. Notre Dame sends it sailing downfield.
Taking it away, taking the end zone for a touchdown.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their mind. They just need to go out there and play.
Hand off. To the back, Jeremy Hall gets 9.
It's second down now. They're just a few feet away from that first down marker.
Hand off. There's a first down to the 40 for Jeremy
I
Hall.
think you got to give credit to the big boys up front there. They're able to get this back the room that he needed.
Yeah, hands it up to Hall. Fumble! But he picks it up. Jared Reed will pick up the fumble. Thankfully, it stays on Michigan's side.
Second and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Damn.
He's scrambling.
The pocket collapses and he'll get sacked.
It's just a relentless pass.
Antoine Johnson
That's what happens
with the
there.
sack. It'll be 3rd and 15 for the Wolverines. He got brought down by the lineman, but managed to get back up in time to bring down the Wolverine QB. Scant again. He'll throw this one. Intercepted, but was in bounds. Xavier Watkins will be credited with the pick. If he stayed in bounds, I think he might have. And they'll count it.
48-yard line. First down. Notre Dame is up by 3.
There's the handoff. To the back. Oliver Russ gets 7 yards. Rust up the middle for a first down.
Way to the 33-yard line.
Sometimes when you got speed, that's all you need. It's the one thing you just can't defend.
Handoff. 3-yard gain for Rust. He's already seemed like a gritty defensive showdown like the Michigan Notre Dame matchups of old. Here's the handoff once again to Rust. He'll lose a yard.
Good job by the defense to overpower the offensive line and drop it back for a loss.
3rd and 8. Throwing this one. He's got a man touchdown. Lonnie Lee for Notre Dame.
This guy just continues to impress me. Every time
A big play will put the Irish up 10.
Well, that had to be a miscue of some kind or a mental error by the defense. This wide receiver was just...
And that'll be spooky.
There not to
Our
be
first
some
game we
kind of
had number
mistake by the
17
defense.
get
I'm
the
sure
team to
the defensive
17.
coordinator's gonna
And now
have
number
the
10
defense
gets
on the
Notre Dame to
sideline
10.
to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Fun little coincidence tonight
Looks like they're ready for the
as
kick.
we're playing this game under the lights.
He sends this one deep.
Under the lights at the big house is saved only for the biggest occasions.
Goes into the end zone. Down
And
for
this
a touchback.
game
Notre
is
Dame
definitely that. One of the greatest rivalries in college
They
football.
sure do. Right now, we're just seeing great defensive effort. They have a plan. They understand it.
I
They're playing
would
with great
argue
speed, and they're not
that
giving
this
up
is
big
probably
plays. That's why they're playing
Michigan's second biggest rival behind Ohio State.
Unless they do something here.
Even more so than Michigan State. At least in my personal opinion as a Michigan fan.
And we've reached the end of one.
On the end of the first quarter in this rivalry game. Though it doesn't have a name, it's a great one. 10-0 Notre Dame after one.
And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2.
Here's Gann. Throwing over the middle. This one's a catch to midfield. Jeremy Wilson gets the first down.
Yep, he was good enough to get him a first down. That's just a nice play.
From midfield. It's first down. Tackle the 48.
2-yard loss for the quarterback. Hall trying to take himself. Lee Walker is credited with the TFL.
If it keeps happening.
Man, left. Go down. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Hand off to Jeremy Hall for 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 40.
Here's Gant. They'll have plenty of time to throw it, but the pocket's collapsing, and there's a sack. Justin Gant's brought down by Timothy McMillan.
Ralph's quarterback's going to be pulling turf out of his face mask all game.
As you see, stripping through the defenders, finally finds his man.
Davis awaits the snap.
And they'll punt it away
He punts it away.
deep into
It's a
Notre Dame
great
territory, and they'll bounce to the end zone for a
Over the
touchback.
goal line, and this will be a touchback. It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime.
There's a handoff. And for Notre Dame,
Around the 20-yard line.
this game serves as a gatekeeper for ambitions beyond what they achieved last year. They ended up going 8-4 in the regular season. If they want to contend with the big dogs of the Big Ten, they got to win this game for one. And they got to keep their momentum rolling. This game also serves as the one thing keeping them from the top 25 because they couldn't pull up upset against Stanford as there's a throw wide open for a first down. Breaks a tackle to midfield. Thomas Lemon. 24-yard gain for the Lemonhead. There's a throw. Swatted away. It's Tony Stewart.
He had an open receiver there, and I don't think he saw the linebacker.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on
That
the
speed
50-yard
reminded me of a different Tony Stewart on that play. There's a throw. Oh, it was almost a pick. He had it and dropped it in the hands of a defender, but he also dropped it. It'll be 3rd and 10.
The sub-package in there defensively in this 5-wide receiver set.
Throwing this one wide open. 20, 10, 5. He'll wrestle in for a touchdown. Lonnie Lee, 50 yards. And it'll be 17-0 Irish.
Coach wanted to get him involved in the game plan. It looks like it was a pretty smart move, too.
With the PAT, and it's a 3-score game for Notre Dame.
Mason ready to kick. He just drills this one.
It is way away.
No matter how much people want to
Out
talk
for a
about
touchdown.
points and offense, I still think the best offense is a great defense. If you put a 0 up there, it makes it pretty easy on your own offense to go out there and win the game.
You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side,
Here's
you've
Gant.
gotta find a way to
He's got a man. Oh, he's got room to run to the 50, 40. Brought down at the 37.
33-yard line. Let's give some credit to the big boys up front. They held off the
What a big hole he found.
to make the connection and pick up some good yards.
That's Cooper in the 82. All the way into Notre Dame territory.
Now it's 1st and 10. After the
First and 10 at the 34, 33-yard line. And off to the back, Hall will get 3. 2nd and 7.
Now second and 7.
There's the handoff. Stuff.
29-yard line.
It's a yard, if anything, on that play.
Third down.
Oh, they're stuck.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 23.
Uh-oh. Here's Ken. Keeper. Tripped up.
And they got him.
Won't get to the line. It'll be 4th and
Defense was in
7.
the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
Lose a yard after tripping on both the defender and his own player. It'll be wrapped up by number 59.
So the kicker
And they're going to try for a long
with
field
3
goal.
points on the board.
Trying to put something on the board here for the Wolverines. .143 to go in the half. They'll let the clock wind. .90 seconds in the half. Kicks away. And it's up.
It's up.
And it is good.
Drilled it from long range.
Big, deep field goal. Michigan will be on the board 17-3. It's the Irish who are on top.
He really got a hold of that kick.
Kick is deep into the end zone, but they'll take it out to the 10, to the 15, to 20, to 24.
And he's taken down at the 24. Notre Dame's
PJ
done
Vincent
what
on
they
the
had to
return
do
here.
Offensively, they've done a nice job here in
The
the first half.
offense has
Boy, it's
been
very consistent
really on point
them,
for Notre
and
Dame.
consequently, they have a nice lead here going into halftime.
Just
Again,
what you
they've got to be
need.
able to do a nice job
You
here.
want to assert yourself in Big Ten.
But this offense they're facing across the line of scrimmage on the other side of the ball, they can
Though
still-
even if they pull off the upset, I feel like Michigan is the best team in this conference. But Notre Dame will definitely have something to say about it here. As here's a deep throw. He's got a man.
Around the 48-yard line.
That's the number 7 of Anthony Washington. 2 catches, 50 yards today. Rodney Ross has over 150 yards passing. Quarterback keeper. And that will lose yardage.
This quarterback has to do a
He
better
wasn't
job
down.
of
He
winning
tried
the
doing the old Auburn
really
2010
killers.
and regrouping, but he lost yardage for it. 2nd and 14. 1 minute to go in the half. He'll heave it. And he's got a man for a first down.
They make the stop.
Thomas Lemon, the lemon head.
We'll have one timeout remaining.
1st and 10 from the 35. Pressure coming. He'll heave it to the end zone. Intercepted.
It's the junior.
And he'll need it in the end zone. It'll be taken out to the 25.
Well, they're still down by a couple of scores, but the
We tried taking it out.
their chances.
And they realized
on this drive,
it's best he just stop it to read the interception.
From their own 20-yard line. First
Michigan, we mentioned Notre Dame last year, before Michigan had a lot more fruitful year. They ended up 12-2. They lost the Big 12 title game, though they would end up finding a slot, winning the Orange Bowl over Virginia Tech.
And they're going to put 6 DBs on the field to counter that 5.
They're going 5 wide. 26 seconds to go in the half as the clock ticks. Michigan will hurl it up before the half, see what happens. Clock will take under 10 seconds. This will be the last play of the half. Quarterback will keep it. He'll be sacked. Loss of 5 yards.
17-3.
And what a shocking score at the half. 17-3 Notre Dame on top of Michigan in the Big House. Welcome back, Danny. Big upset, although we already had an upset earlier. Boise State 31-17 beating the Oregon Ducks.
Halftime show presented by Nissan.
A stunning result
Dave Pollock and I here in
But
the studio to
even
break down
more
everything
shocking
that
is
just
Oregon's
happened in your game.
big
Notre Dame's
moment
got the edge
was
right now.
one no one wants to
They
have.
the
Starting
edge.
quarterback
They
Andrew
have to let
Burnette,
the guy really
at worst, could be out for the
try
rest
to
of the
couple up.
season
With that
with a
in
back
mind,
injury.
you expect to see this team come out in the second half and try to put the hammer down immediately and
Here's
end
Gant
this thing.
getting
that's
sacked
what you like
for,
to see, Reese.
for
I think fans
Michigan.
at home always go out there, put the final nail in the coffin. Don't get conservative.
At
Don't
the
get away from
road-
what you did well
On
in
the
second half,
road,
trying to eat
Notre Dame
clock,
putting
trying
on a
to win the ball
show.
game. Go out there and
Though
finish
Michigan
him,
leads
take
10
care of the
possession.
opponent, make sure there's nothing left so they even have a chance to suit up in the fourth quarter.
Finish him. Finish him. David and I
Finish
will
him.
stay locked in on everything going on in college football. We're going to wrap it up here in the studio. Just about time to get you out to your second half. Brad and Kirk ready with the call.
It is 17-3 at the half. Michigan does get it back to start the second
Welcome back,
half.
everybody. Second half action about to
And
begin.
we are underway
Plenty of distance.
in part 2 of this clash. For a
This one's gonna be
touchback.
down in the end zone for a touchback. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have
The Wolverines haven't had that tough a schedule so far.
And he makes it out to about the
But
27
Notre Dame,
line.
per usual, having a gauntlet to start. They lost. Their one loss this year came to Stanford.
Ball on the 27.
There's a handoff on the right side.
Out for a loss.
Jimmy Hall will lose a yard. Lee Walker gets the TFL, his second. We've already had a number one. We've already had 3 different number ones this year, if I'm correct. Stanford was the number 1 to begin the year. They lost to Hawaii. Michigan is number 1 currently. I believe Baylor spent a week at number 1. As here's a throw, and he's got a man! Brett Mansfield! Finally getting his first reception. And he's the backbone of this team. Gant Mansfield,
Down, 10 to go.
that's the combo you expect to see in any good Michigan performance, though this week they haven't connected yet until that moment. Jeremy Hall gets 5. They're favoring the run in this game. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. You're 2nd and 5. Handoff again, but it'll be stuck in the backfield. Antoine Johnson gets the TFL.
Third down now. They need to get it down.
Michigan
to
is
the
2
38.
for 5 on 3rd down. They want to go 50-50. Throw in. He's got it, and he's got the first down, Brett Mansfield.
The safety has in his receiver to just put the ball up and let him go get it.
Play action. Dan will heave it. Wide open touchdown, Michigan. Jeremy Wilson. Wilson blows past the defenders. And that's a touchdown, Wolverines. They'll be within 7 with PAT. I don't know why this shot is holding so long. There we go. We're back on the main camera as they'll try for the PAT. And this game is within 7 points.
A 7-play, 75-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points.
I think the thing, Brad, that I'm still
Definitely a scare. Notre Dame was up 17-0 earlier.
outside for some big plays for this offense.
This will be a touchback for the Irish. And things are not going to get any easier for Notre Dame with the Big Ten schedule coming up,
Notre Dame is up 7.
especially with a division with teams like Minnesota and a surprisingly good Northwestern team.
He's taken down at the 30-yard line.
Also got to watch out for fellow rivals Michigan State. And you still have a pesky upset potential game with USC to end the year. There's a throw to Anthony Washington for the first down. Notre Dame had a win over Navy earlier this year as well. And look,
Under pressure.
plenty of time to throw it. He'll throw it short, and he'll lose 2 yards for it. Steve Johnson gets the reception. Tried to screen, but there was no one to block.
2nd and 12 coming up here. Ball on the
The offense was a lot more lopsided earlier. If you're Notre Dame, you just hope that you don't sputter out here.
Rust.
There's a big gain for Oliver Rust. 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5, and they'll run the hurry up. 2:18 to go. This game's only 5 minutes. Only 5-minute quarters. Pressure, he'll be sacked. Ross will lose a. Brian Allen is credited with the sack. And it'll be a stalled drive for the Irish.
Mansfield.
2 minutes to go in the third. Brett Mansfield is back to return.
And this one is a beauty.
Big punt, and that'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Oregon had a punt go to the 1/2 yard line against Boise State. Option play, it'll be kept by Gant. 7 yards. Justin Gant today was at 13 rushing yards. A number hampered by sacks.
You're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
Sorry, sometimes the players get tangled and it gets pretty funny. Gant steps back, he'll run it. That's enough for first down. Bill Golden gets the tackle. He's got a sack as well. Michigan's trying to claw their way back into this game. There's a throw. Jeremy Hall to 13.
I'm not sure what happened.
3-yard reception, and there's an injury.
From their own 34-yard line.
Another bad luck moment on 2KU Weekly. Or on 2KU Saturdays, pardon me. Throwing over the middle. That's a catch for a first down. Mansfield. He's got 3 catches for 53 yards. Carlos Walker gets the tackle, but we're waiting to hear about Jeremy Hall. The back will move. Gant, keeper, and he'll run for a first down. 13-yard gain. He's got 30 yards rushing. Carlos Walker has 7 tackles. He got credited that play. Oh, pressure coming. He will have to get this one off, and thankfully it hits the ground. 2nd and 10, Sean London rushed it out. That's dangerous. But thankfully for them, it didn't amount to much. As there's a run down the sideline. That'll get him to the 19-yard line. Chris Newton is the backup running back for Michigan.
This is the 8th play of the drive.
Although we still haven't had an update on Jeremy Hall. Hopefully we get back on him soon. There's a first down for Newton.
It's first down. They'll be looking for 6 points here.
Hall will be out for the game. Thankfully, he will be back next week. That will be the end of the third quarter. 17-0 quickly becomes 17-10. Michigan looking to tie it. They're in the red zone.
And we're back to the action.
Gant will take the snap. He'll look. He'll throw to the left side. Caught. Daniel Noble with the reception. But it'll be second and goal. It's not enough for the touchdown. And they might just try to punch it in from about the 2-yard line. But there's the handoff to Newton. He's got room. He's got a touchdown, Michigan. And this Michigan offense hasn't skipped a beat.
You definitely want the football in his hand in the end zone, and he showed you why right there.
They'll line up for the extra point. And
The 18 to tie the game. It's up, and it is good.
With the extra point. A 10-play, 78-yard drive. And the result?
And we are tied at 17.
Really nice job of mixing up the play.
And they'll kick this one off. Notre Dame will down it in the end zone for a touchback.
17-17.
And the Irish are going to need some luck of the Irish to pull out a win here.
They want to end this thing in regulation.
To get to 3-1 on the year. Throwing, that one will be out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
From their own 25-yard line. 2nd down.
Handoff. Ooh! Big stiff arm for Oliver Russ. They'll get 5 yards. 3rd and 5, 4:30 to go in the game. Pressure coming. He's sacked. Rodney Ross brought down for a loss of 7. Derek Brown, the big 55 on the D line. Celebrating a sack that wasn't his. Number 48 got it. And they'll have to punt. Deep within their own territory. It is the smart decision. Punts away. That's a big one. Down to the 25, to the 30. From 35, you'll get to about the 37, 38-yard line. Brett Mansfield on the return.
You've got to be aware that capitalizing on this drive is crucial. You want to take the pressure
and don't leave anyone here. Stay right where you are. This one might go down to the wire. 2-yard rush for Chris Newton.
That makes it 2nd and 8. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Ball on their own 39.
Both teams have all their timeouts. 3:41 to go. Gant will step back. He's going to keep it. He'll run a first down. To about the 47. 10. 3:28 to go. Surveys the field. Plenty of time to throw it. He'll heave this one. Caught. But there's a flag. Illegal touching on the offense. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Little stumbles like these can kill your offensive progress.
So it's 2nd down and 15 after the penalty.
It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 42. Snap. Gant. Doesn't have a lot of time. He'll heave this one deep. Intercepted. And brought down at about the 7-yard line. It'll be ruled at the 5. 3:02 to go. Throwing over the middle. They'll get 6 yards. 2nd and 4. To about the 11.
3 to go in regulation.
Throwing this one. He's got his man. Thomas Levin, 5-yard gain. Rodney Ross is 15 for 20, 204 yards. He's got a touchdown and an interception. Throwing on the screen. Oliver Russell loses a yard. Wrestled down
They weren't fooled at all.
by the Michigan defense. Number 76 of Young, who brought him down. Notre Dame's number 2 Watkins will be out for the rest of the game with a strain. And he's back. Throwing short. And only get a yard. Roger Williams is credited with the reception. 3rd and 10, 2:19 to go.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts.
5 wide. Throwing. We'll throw it short. It's not enough. Timeout. Michigan will call it. And they're going to have to punt from their own end zone. 4th and 5.
Mansfield is back to receive.
The Wolverines will have 2 timeouts.
Booming kick.
Kicks all the way. And this one will bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
Over the goal line, and this will be a touchback. And for Yates, it's been a rough night.
Well, this is a defense.
Yates had a rough game.
To show what
He
they can
heaved
do.
it up earlier.
And if you're an offense,
You
you
hope for the best.
The ball, but if you're turning the ball over,
Thankfully, all it happened to turn into a 3 and
you
out.
can't move the ball effectively.
They've stayed in it
It'll
up to
be
this point,
under-
but another mistake might be
It'll be
fatal.
just under
This is
2
when
minutes
things get a
left.
little
Notre
prickly.
Dame's
You need your
lost
playmakers
another
to
wide
really come
receiver.
through here.
Number 7 of Anthony Washington, who will return soon, though. Again, even this one, and it's another interception!
And they make the stop at about the 43-yard line.
Notre Dame gets it right back. Carlos Walker gets the pick. And Notre Dame has another chance
From
to take the lead.
43-yard line.
A minute 53 on the clock.
They come out in a 5-wide set.
And they're going 5 wide. They're just going to heave it up. Snap. He'll stand in midfield. He'll throw it. This one is caught. Marshall Thompson. 21-yard reception.
First down.
And it'll be taken to about the 21-yard line. This one's going to go down to the wire.
Just under 2.
1:48 to go. Throwing over the middle. It's caught. Ross will find Lonnie Lee for 3 yards. Lee's got 2 touchdowns.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 18-yard
116. Derek Brown got the tackle. Handoff. Oliver Russell get 4 yards. They got to hurry. There's only a minute to go. Looking Ross. Ross heaving to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Victor Harvey, the fullback, gets the touchdown. And Notre Dame will take, for now, a 6-point lead. Could be 7, but there'll be 48 seconds on the clock. And Michigan will hope for a miracle. To potentially tie this game and send it to overtime.
Manson looks ready to kick this one off.
Kicks on the way,
He got all of this one.
and it'll be taken in the end zone for a touchback.
This one's going to be down
About
in the end zone
48
for a
seconds to
touchback.
go.
Well, we're getting late in the fourth quarter, Kirk. You got to make the most of every possession.
Throwing
you
it
have.
deep has not worked for Michigan thus far. They got 2 picks. We just saw for heaving it up there.
His way early and often during this drive. You never
Notre
know
Dame's
what can happen
secondary
once the football
really
is
stepping
in
up to
his hands.
play.
They spread the field in the gun with
Over 5 wide. Gant
He's going right.
heaving it. He finds his man inbounds, Daniel Noble. First down, 22-yard gain. That was dangerous, but he managed to pull it through.
From their own 47.
47.
First down. They come out.
Number 1 team in the country on the ropes. Here's Gant. Throwing. Caught.
Quickly, and he's got his man.
In traffic. Timeout, TJ Cooper got the reception.
Will take their second time out of the half.
38 seconds to go.
Under a minute.
Michigan's only got 1 timeout left. 38 seconds to work with. At about the 46-yard line. Gant will keep it.
Now he's going to run.
You'll run. You can't get out of bounds, so the clock will run. They got to hurry and spike the ball or run another play. H1 Johnson got the tackle. Here's Gant. Gant keeper again. And he won't run out of bounds again. Time running. Tick, 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 tick. 20 seconds to go. And they'll spike the ball. And they'll spike it with 17 seconds. 3rd and 6. I don't know why you're celebrating. You just spiked the ball.
3rd down, and they need to get it to the 27.
Michigan's 50-50 on 3rd down. It's do or die for the Wolverines. Heaving to the end zone. No one's there. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 6. And they're going to put it all on the line.
They've been focusing on that aspect of it. Here, it looks like he may have taken a step
likely
back.
to remain unbeaten.
Really just let that one go.
Plenty of time, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be stopped.
Late in the 4th quarter, and that should do it.
That'll ice it. 7 seconds. Michigan's got a timeout, but that'll be the game. Timeout. Wolverines. Number 4 went down earlier tonight. And with this play here, down goes number 1. Notre Dame. Statement win in the big house. Knocking off the number 1 Wolverines.
And that should do it. Our final tally in this one. 24-17. Fighting Irish. As we take a look at the highlights, Kurt, how would you summarize the action?
Now,
you wouldn't figure either team would pull away.
Notre Dame enters the Big Ten schedule with momentum.
Exciting matchup. Notre Dame made the plays they had to win this game.
And now what this means for the Big Ten?
Matched teams. Whoever comes through in the clutch gets the W.
In the Big Ten, that means the only unbeaten team, one of the few unbeaten teams, is now Illinois. I think that Michigan still has the momentum to win the Big Ten Legends Division.
Thanks for joining us.
But this Notre Dame loss might haunt them if Notre Dame decides to pull a late run.
Brad Nussler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.
24-17, the final score. As another upset. This game went down to the wire. But the Fighting Irish pulled through and win in the big house. Final score. Great play by both teams. So in the end, it's the Irish who pull away. Taking a look at the scoring summary. It was all one-sided, though Michigan rallied late to tie it. The Irish got the game-winning score. Take a look at the stats. Justin Gant, a senior, he was 10 for 16, 192 yards, a touchdown, and 4 picks. Rushing the ball, he was the leader, 54 yards. The one who punched in for a touchdown was backup Chris Newton. Jeremy Hall left the game with a concussion. He will be back next week. On the receiving end for the Wolverines, Brett Mansfield. Only 3 catches, but he had 53 yards to go along with it. TJ Cooper had 2 receptions for 49 yards. 2 catches for 58 yards for Jeremy Wilson. 29 yards on 2 catches for Daniel Noble. And a 3-yard catch for Jeremy Hall. The one who got a touchdown was Jeremy Wilson for the Wolverines. On defense, Dylan Walker had the most tackles, as well as a sack. Sacks also were dealt out to Brian Allen, Derek Brown, and Blake Hill. The one interception came by the way of cornerback Thomas Reed. As now let's head to Notre Dame's side of the ball. Rodney Ross did what he needed and pulled through 191 QBR, 21 for 26, 248 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick in the big house. Running the ball, Oliver Rust had 10 attempts for 41 yards. Rodney Ross lost lost 30 yards rushing due to those 4 sacks. Anthony Washington led receiving, 5 catches for 66 yards. 2 receiving touchdowns went to Lonnie Lee, who leads in receiving yards as well. 3 catches for 84 yards. Thomas Lemon had 3 catches for 46 yards. Looking at the defensive side of the ball, leading in tackles is Lee Walker as well as Carlos Walker, though I don't think they're related. With 4 interceptions, 2 came by number 2 Xavier Watkins, who left the game with back strains. He will be back next week, though. Antoine Johnson had a pick as well, as did Carlos Walker. Sacks went to Timothy McMillan, Matt Williams, Bill Golden, and Antoine Johnson. And we'll look at the team stats. Michigan outdueled the Fighting Irish in both first downs and offense. They had more rushing yards, but Notre Dame had more passing yards. 4 for 9 compared to Michigan's 3 for 7. The Irish just barely getting the edge. With only 1 fourth down conversion, and that was the deciding factor of this game. And both teams were perfect in the red zone. 2-point conversions weren't a factor. 4-1, the turnover margin, much like the game in Eugene, plays a big factor. And in terms of time of possession, Michigan dominating, nearly 12 minutes to Notre Dame's 8. And that might have played crucial as well. A 5-yard penalty set them back and undid what would have put them in Notre Dame, a play that would have put them in Notre Dame territory. Well, Michigan's just got to regroup and reset, as we'll take our leave on this game as well. Danny, if you're watching, so I can announce for next week who these guys have on the schedule. 24-17, the final score. We saw the stats. Players of the game: Jeremy Wilson, 2 receptions, 58 yards, and a touchdown for Michigan. Dylan Walker had 8 tackles, a TFL, and a sack. Lonnie Lee is my pick for overall player of the game. 3 receptions, 84 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Antoine Johnson had 6 tackles, 2 TFLs, a sack, and a pick. Johnson, another good choice for a player of the game. As Notre Dame stuns the number 1 team in the country, and may have catapulted themselves into top 25 consideration. And that'll be it. Thank you all for watching. I will be in DC on the Discord server in just a moment. I'll send the link to the server as well. For anyone new, just click the link and join the server for more updates on the 2K universe, as well as to catch just random shenanigans and future projects as well. Thank you all for watching this game. We'll be glad to see you next week, and we'll see you around. Thank you for tuning in.